It had been a month and it was December 1938. After Larasso and his men were killed, Exotica had been taken over by Hartica, Chad, and his friends. They lead the community in the war against Baboon, that was coming to the peak. They had fired at their community a few times, but had to fall back. Chad's and Hartica's relationship was progressing. Chad said, "It's been a really good time leading this community with you, it has given us a new purpose." Hartica said, "Yeah, I've loved having you here, you helped change the community for better, I wish you would stay here after the war is over." Chad said, "Yes, me too, part of me wants to stay here, but I know where my friends' hearts are at, they want to go home." Hartica said, "It's better if you go home with your friends after this is over, but I sadly can't leave, this is my home, I hope you understand." Chad asked, "Guys, would it be so bad if we stayed here? Think about it, we can change things for the better here, the riches of the community, we won't have to worry about money, it would give us a purpose." Billy asked, "What are you talking about? This is a criminal community still, we promised we would go home." Chad said, "I am only proposing an idea, plus selling drugs, is it really that bad?" Gloria said, "You have lost it, Chad, you were against it only until you became in charge." Clowner said, "That aspect I respect about him, he is a power-hungry fucker like me." Chad said, "We're nothing alike, plus it was only a what-if, but clearly you are not interested, so forget about it." Mr. Lawless said, "I know I am getting the fuck away from here." Clowner said, "I might stay behind and work towards becoming a drug overlord." Beta said, "You will never become anything more than a pathetic clown fucking a bunch of dudes." Clowner said, "Shut the fuck up." Beta said, "Make me." Luciana said, "Soon we can hopefully get the fuck away from here, you need help." Stacy said, "We've had this conversation million times, I'll get help once we go home." Luciana said, "Good, because I'm not gonna watch you destroy your life with heroin anymore." Then Chad's father, Greg, walked into the community. He had been following his life from afar and got news that his son was part of a criminal organization, so he came there as he was worried. Chad asked, "Dad? What are you doing here?" Greg said, "Hi son, I had to come visit. Look, I am worried about you, I heard that you are running a drug organization, please don't do this to yourself, I ruined my life by living a life of crime." Chad said, "Look, we're only here to finish a war against a community that terrorizes the people of Limeland, we will leave as soon as it's over it looks like." Greg said, "That is what I said to myself, that I would stop eventually, look where it got us, but you are in even more danger, you could all be killed, I can't stop you, but I'll stay here to protect you." Chad said, "Doesn't matter to me whether you stay or not, you don't mean anything to me." Then night fell, and the community got breached by a few men. They didn't come in for a fight, instead, they sneaked into two buildings, silently kidnapping two people. Those two were Greg and Billy. They were both taken to the Baboona community as hostages.